Diamond here along with JL, bringing you this one-on-one match here this week on Chuck and Jimmy's Outlaw Mudshow. You have Joe Kane in the white, giving up a lot of size to his opponent here this week.
Get your face out of the camera!
Giving up a lot of size to his opponent here this week, April Levesque in the black.
What? That's not Vampire Caval.
That's April Levesque. Get it right, JL. He's been on this program before.
Well, a prick is a prick.
And he's actually had a little bit of history with Vampire Caval now that you bring his name up.
I thought they were the same person.
JL, I expect nothing less from a piece of slime such as yourself.
You know, you're getting a little sassy in your old age. You need to back off there, bucko.
As right now, both men circling around one another. Joe Kane's going to have to stick to that speed advantage. And April Levesque's going to have to use his size to his advantage.
Did you say his name is Joe King?
Joe Kane.
Oh.
As right now, both men tie up in the obvious advantage. Power going to April Levesque. He goes for the right hand. Referee stops him. That looks like referee Rick Brewer.
Which one is that? Is that the Dr. Gore guy?
JL, Dr. Gore has nothing to do with this matchup.
But you told me once that he reffed for a little bit.
JL, I didn't tell you anything.
You did too!
As right now, both men tie up in the middle of the ring yet again. If I were Joe Kane, I'd be using that speed because he's getting overpowered here. And he goes for that.
He is pretty funny. He's joking.
April Levesque went for that right hand. Referee Rick Brewer prevented that from happening. And now, Joe Kane, now he ducks underneath him. Waistlock, and he needs a stick and move on this guy. But April Levesque, a very capable technician. You're flustering me, JL.
What? I didn't do anything.
Just your mere presence is right now. April Levesque working on the arm of Joe Kane.
He's working on a joke.
Joe Kane!
Joe King. Yes, I heard you. Joking.
It's spelled J-O-E space C-A-I-N. Get it right!
Oh, I thought it was joking. Because this whole thing is a joke.
Yeah, you're a riot indeed, JL.
I don't know if I'm a riot, but I'm correct on this.
And sends him to the ropes, and a flying clothesline staggers him, and dropkick takes down April Levesque.
Is that joking guy, is he even as tall as the top rope?
Well, Joe Kane is giving away a lot of size and weight, a lot of height and weight in this matchup, JL, and he's chasing April Levesque around the ring. April Levesque gets back in the ring. Joe Kane thought twice before getting in. He knew, but now April Levesque going to work on Joe Kane.
Because everybody wrestles with a hat on.
And he snapmares Joe Kane over, and it looks like he has him in perhaps a rear chin lock.
This is, for two guys that aren't that big. You think this match would be a little faster than this?
Well, Joe Kane, I've already said several times, he's given up a lot of size to April Levesque.
Well, even though, I mean, okay, Joe King is small, but so is Vampire Caval there. He's pretty small too, so why isn't it as a quicker match?
That is April Levesque. Get it right, JL.
Oh, if you say so.
April Levesque a lot taller and a lot more bulky than Joe Kane.
What's their gimmicks? Tell me what their gimmicks are. I bet you can't.
April Levesque was the vampire hunter.
Oh, I thought he was a vampire.
No, that's Vampire Caval, JL.
Yeah, that's him, right?
He has nothing to do with this matchup.
Okay, so he's a supernatural vampire hunter. So Joe King is a vampire.
Joe Kane is a professional wrestler. Get it right, JL.
Then why is the vampire hunter fighting the professional wrestler? It doesn't make sense.
Do your job and call the match.
I am doing my job. I'm trying to make sense of your garbage.
And schoolboy roll up by Joe Kane and only gets a 2 count on April Levesque. And now April Levesque right back to work on Joe Kane.
This is awful. This is terrible.
And now, A-Prick Levesque, he's dominated much of this matchup. He has him in position here. Perhaps a backbreaker by A-Prick Levesque.
I know that you're always, let's talk about the action in the ring, but I got a question. I mean, this question is probably something that everybody wants to have answered. And why are we getting a close-up of his crotch? I don't need to see that. So, here's the question. Vampire Caval is a vampire because it's in his name. And he kind of looks like a vampire, right?
Yes, indeed.
So this Pickle Krovek or whatever his name is, he's a vampire hunter. Why? How would we know this?
Well, he doesn't like vampires, and there is history between him and Vampire Caval.
That does not make you a vampire hunter. He doesn't come to the ring with a crossbow and a cross. Quit pointing at that! I don't even dare.
And Joe Kane misses with the shooting star press.
Oh, he's got to be Joe King.
JL, I got a question to ask you.
What?
Why don't you do your job and call the match?
I am doing my job. I can't help it that these people are not memorable at all.
And now A-Prick Levesque with the advantage on Joe Kane. He took that high-risk maneuver, and it's called high risk for a reason, JL.
Yeah, high risk, high reward, right?
Yes, indeed. Low reward if it does not pay off, and it didn't for Joe.
Or low reward if it's on this show.
Clothesline by A-Prick Levesque on Joe Kane. Joe Kane in some trouble here. And now A-Prick Levesque, he's going to the top rope himself. What is he thinking about doing, JL? Oh, no. He said, to hell with it. He's not giving the fans anything they want.
So what you're trying to tell me is when Joe King was at the meeting, and they're like, all right, pick your persona out of this hat. He got professional wrestler. That's all he got. I think he was robbed.
Powerbomb by A-Prick Levesque on Joe Kane.
That's over with. Can we stop the video now?
Cover, and he only gets a 2 count.
Of course.
What heart by Joe Kane.
Heart does not win matches, Chuck.
Well, we've seen on more than one occasion that your theory has proven to be false, JL.
You know better. You know better.
Yeah, JL. You don't have any heart whatsoever.
And I win all the time.
You definitely don't have the heart of a lion like Joe Kane does as right now. Joe Kane going for a crucifix, turns it over, and tried to get the sunset flip, but A-Prick Levesque with that size advantage, but only gets a 2 count. And now he has him up by the throat. And he threw.
Oh, that's great wrestling. That's great wrestling.
Well, he tossed Joe Kane right to the outside of the ring, JL.
Is he going to jump out too? Oh, well, why not? Why not? He didn't do a dive through the ropes. We see that all the time now. Why don't you do that too?
Well, A-Prick Levesque is not a high flyer. Joe Kane is.
Oh, that was part of what he... What the hell was that?
Reversal Irish whip and a clothesline.
I think he slipped in a slushie.
A clothesline takes down A-Prick Levesque outside the ring by Joe Kane. Very surprising he could get a man that much bigger down with one clothesline.
Oh, there's a slushie on the floor.
And he's going for a...
What the hell is that?
He got caught up in the ropes, and A-Prick Levesque took advantage, but Joe Kane fighting back on A-Prick Levesque. Look at the heart of Joe Kane.
Every week I'm like, well, this is the dumbest thing I've ever seen. This is the most confusing thing I've ever seen. I have never seen somebody botch so many moves.
And Joe Kane now going for what looked like a victory roll. Yes, indeed. He can have the upset victory and only gets a 2 count.
How can he do that right but can't get a simple clothesline down pat?
As right now he's going for yet another victory roll. And A-Prick Levesque, he takes him over yet again, and he gets only a 2 count. That's 2 near falls by Joe Kane and
this
near
little
upset.
kid in the front that doesn't know what's actually going on's into it.
Joe Kane up to the top rope, and he's looking to perhaps put away. A-Prick Levesque goes to a hurricane, and he turns it into a power bomb.
That was not a power bomb. That was a stumble to the floor.
And now A-Prick Levesque. He might be closing in on victory here. He gets him into a double underhook slam. This should be academic from here. He hooks both legs, and he gets a 3 count. Your winner this week on Chuck and Jimmy's Outlaw Mud Show, A-Prick Levesque.
It's dumb. It's always dumb. It's always dumb.